Our next step is to expand into 3 digits divided by 1 digit, which is the expectation for 4th graders this year. While long division is tough, it is a difficult skill to learn and get used to. Going from 2 digits to 3 digit is not that big a leap. The biggest part is to remember going from division, to the cycle, to the next cycle, to remember what to do. So we're going to do a couple of practice problems, and hopefully you'll be able to reference this video in the future if you're doing any practice at home, or be able to reference this at school. So the dividend is first, and that goes under the division house, 695. The divisor goes outside the door. Okay, we're going to write our steps out to the side: daddy, mother, sister, brother. You can see it helps me too, even teaching you guys down the road. So it's not a silly thing, just helps me keep it in order as well. Alright, just because we're starting with hundreds instead of tens, again, we always just start with the biggest place value. No matter what place value, hundreds, tens, thousands, millions, you always start by dividing the biggest place value. It's the only difference amongst division and all the other operations. All the other operations start with the ones. Division starts with whatever the biggest place value is. So we're going to see how many times does 5 go into 6. Well, without going over, it only goes in 1 time. Okay, so if you put a 1 up here, I'm going to put my multiplication, so that's division. If you did 5 times 2, that would give you 10. 10 is greater than 6, and you've already gone over. If you discover that you put a number up here and suddenly that's too big for this number down here, then you have gone too far. And you can just erase it and start over. Okay, so then we go to multiplication. 1 times 5, that gives us 5. Multiplication done. Set up our subtraction problem. We'd have 6 minus 5, that gives us 1. Subtraction done. We're going to bring down. Now remember, I said you only bring down one number at a time. We're not going to bring down 9 and 5. We're just going to bring down 9. Okay, so we bring down the 9, so now we have 19. Okay, and again, we're going to look at 19 as a whole. How many times does 5 go into 19? Well, we can reference our multiplication chart. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20 is too far because that's too big. 15, that's 3 times. So 5 goes into 19 3 times, and that goes above the 9. Got to make sure we keep everything in its place. Okay, so we brought down, I haven't been keeping track. Now we've divided. So next step is multiplication. 3 times 5, we've just looked it up, is 15. Okay, multiplication done. Now we have subtraction. Set up our subtraction problem. The 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. Sometimes there will be borrowing in here, but again, if the number on bottom is bigger than the number on top, then you need to rethink what this number up here is and go for a smaller number. Also, if this number down here is bigger than this number here, then you need to make this number bigger because you can get closer. Again, Price is Right. You want to get as close as possible to this number without going over. Alright, so we have 4 left. Subtraction done. Alright, do we have any more numbers to bring down? Why, yes we do. So we're going to bring this 5 down. And there's the difference with the 3. We've already gone over again. Now we're going to do it one more time. So now we're going into 45. How many times does 5 go into 45? We are back to division. So we can look, or we can remember our math facts. I know that 45 divided by 5 actually equals 9. So I'm going to put a 9 up here because it goes in evenly. So 9, that's division. So now we have multiplication. 9 multiplied by 5, that gives me 45. Multiplication is done. Set up your subtraction. Okay. Subtraction is 5 minus 5 is 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. Subtraction is done. Do we have anything to bring down? No, but I have checked. Since there's nothing else to bring down, I don't have another cycle to go, and my answer is finished. So 695 divided by 5 is 139. Next example, 413 divided by 3. Whatever your number is first, put it in the division house. Whatever your number is second, it goes at the door. Then you determine how many times the divisor goes into the first number. In this case, 3 goes into 4 one time. Oh, do not forget to put your steps out to the side, sister, brother. That was our first step for division. Next is multiplication. Again, we only multiply what's on the outside of the house. We put our little multiplication sign to help us remember that's only on the outside. 1 times 3 is 3. Multiplication done. Subtraction is next. Then you subtract. 4 minus 3 gives us 1. Subtraction is done. Next we bring down only one number at a time, and in this case the number is 1. Since we brought down something, then we start all over again with division. Now, how many times does 3 go into 11? If we need help, we can check our multiplication chart. Find our 3. 3, 6, 9, 12 is too much, so we roll it back to 9. That is 3 right there. So 3 goes into 11 3 times. That's division. 3 times 3, we multiply the number we just came up with times our divisor. 3 times 3 is 9. It's multiplication. Next is subtraction. We subtract these two numbers from each other. Okay, we have to borrow 11 minus 9. Well, we really didn't have to borrow. It's just a math fact again we should know. 11 minus 9, 9, 10, 11 is 2. That's our subtraction. Bring down. Let's check. Do we have anything else to bring down? We do have this 3 left, so let's not forget. If you do all the steps, then that is one of the steps that you'll check. I've seen about a half a dozen of these problems come up where somebody did not bring down the last number. Okay, so bring down the 3 and start all over again. One more cycle. So how many times does 3 go into 23? All right, you can also do your math facts. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 24 is too much. 21. Well, that's 3 times 7, so 3 goes into 23 7 times. Okay, and now that's division. We'll multiply 7 times 3. That gives us 21. Multiplication is done. Okay, then we subtract. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Subtraction is done. Do we have anything to bring down? No, we do not. We have no more digits to bring down. So we've checked to bring down. We don't have anything left to bring down. We do have a number left over here, so that becomes our remainder. So 413 divided by 3 equals 137, remainder 2.